Why is income diversification more important than high wages? Nowadays, multitasking is the choice of many people. But have you ever compared multiple small income streams and one large income stream, many small cash flows with one large cash flow? The ability to resist risks at work. There is a choice question like this: what do you think is the less risky state of the job? A. I have worked at a big company for 10 years. The business situation of the company is very stable, the work is convenient, my relationship with colleagues and superiors is also very harmonious. Overall, it's a high-paying job with pressure, but no dissatisfaction. B. I work freelance, income is not stable. In addition to the group of regular customers, I am still trying to expand and find new customers. Surely many people feel that A is less risky, while B is more insecure. However, witnessing the impact of the epidemic, the closing wave of small and medium-sized businesses, and the latest wave of layoffs, seeing people who once had high incomes suddenly become unemployed, do you still consider A as a state of affairs more stable? If you are more observant, many people can see the potential danger in this state. In fact, the biggest risk in life is not being unstable. You always think you are very stable. This makes you lose your ability to resist events. Nassim Nicholas Taleb, author of Anti-Fragility, Benefiting from Chaos, believes that chaos, imbalance, or states that we normally consider bad are in fact a good way to go. Best to deal with the risk. So the unstable state B is more likely to get you through this turbulent period. Of course, state B is not absolutely safe because it is also just a source of income. The other thing is that it comes from many customers. Having another source of income will not only increase your sense of psychological security, but it will also help you maintain your calm and steady state of mind after losing your job. Properly assess your risk tolerance. Someone said, I have savings, can live a year without working. The role of savings cannot be denied when dealing with risks, but saving does not solve psychological pressure. Losing your only source of income is not only a financial hardship, but worse is the frustration, the emptiness of having nothing to do, and the more your savings are used up, the more you panic, and the more you panic. Someone said, just work professionally, don't be afraid of not finding a new job. Theoretically, this is completely correct thinking, but they ignored external influences and overestimated their ability to resist risk. Because the human resource market is very competitive and they are used to a stable job, they are prone to psychological crisis in the first time. Even when they know that the overall economy is not good, they still insist on high wages because they want to maintain their self-esteem. This psychological crisis can very well turn into a life crisis. Income diversification is more than just an investment. Diversification of income simply means having more than one source of income. You have income from many sources, not just relying on a monthly salary from the job you are doing every day. The most obvious way to diversify income is to invest in real estate, business, etc. But in essence, investment and income diversification are two categories with different purposes. Income diversification is to protect against unexpected risks, and financial investment is to preserve and increase assets over the long term. Often when you have financial difficulties, investing is also more difficult. But diversifying your income, even if you are unemployed, other sources of income will still work, helping you to sustain life. But diversifying sources of income through investment are often those of middle-aged people, aged 35 or older, because now they have considerable savings, use their idle money to invest, and above all, they have a lot of experience in this. For young people, the savings are not much, they still have to worry about living expenses every day, so diversifying their income must be based on a specific job. Diversifying income is not just a part-time job after work. Diversifying income is like finding a part-time job in that both help you make more money, but there are also obvious differences. Part-time jobs after work is simply to increase income. There are two prerequisites for this: low income and free time. Diversification of income is not necessarily low income, it only solves the problem of a single source of income. It is even suitable for people with average incomes, capable in many fields and having to shoulder the family. Diversity of income sources also emphasizes diversity, requiring a portfolio of income sources in many different fields, because when there is a clear difference between the sources of income, it works against risk. The greater the risk, the stronger the resistance. For example, business professionals and amateur writers are diverse, but editors and freelance writers are less diverse. Office workers and tech drivers are diverse, but couriers and food delivery are not. Income diversification should be a way of thinking. Therefore, it can be seen that diversifying income sources is not only a way of working or making money, but also a way of thinking, expressed in three aspects. 1. Permanence. For office workers, many people wonder if using the knowledge and skills they have in their main job to get more outside jobs is income diversity. From a purely income perspective, the answer is no. Because it is no different from the job that you are doing, only the payer is different. But from the perspective of increasing customer base, this is also a form of income diversification, provided you have to be aware of actively retaining customers. If you feel that the other party has a lot of work regularly and does not spend a lot of time or investment, then try to prolong it. This permanence will turn the act of taking an outside job into an ongoing source of income. 2. Increase your sharpness. In addition to generating cash flow, income diversification also has a spiritual meaning. As your sense of security increases and you feel more confident in life, you will forego conventional choices in favor of things that are riskier but with higher returns. Liu Cixin, a Chinese science fiction writer, wrote all of his science fiction while working as an engineer in a power plant. This is based on the nature of the job. The power plant requires employees to be present at any time in case of an emergency, but most of the time there is no specific job. The time spent on these two jobs of Lu Tuhan intertwines and complements each other appropriately. With a variety of income sources, it is also important to keep the main source of income stable at a basic level. If Einstein had worked as an office worker in a large competitive company instead of as a civil servant in a patent office, he would not have had time to study relativity.